Welcome back to Vlogmas Eve!
Hold on, it's time for it to reappear.
Look where we are. It's a very exciting time. Christmas at Costa.
Morning.
Morning. I've got a reusable cup.
Okay, what can I get you?
Can I have a medium caramel latte with an extra shot of coffee, but just 2 pumps of caramel, please?
Anything else?
Nope.
Drive round then, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I bet you thought I was going to get something Christmassy. Now, I don't really ever like the festive drinks. There was one year, I think it was Costa, did a salted caramel latte that was really nice. I don't have cream on drinks, but that one with cream, I don't know. I don't like gingerbread lattes, don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I pretty much only ever have exactly that order. I don't know if you know, but I wrote a style book. It's not really a style book. It's like self-development and confidence, but it was marketed as such. Anyway, so I just got my Costa, and I've resolved not to get a takeaway coffee unless I've got my reusable cup now. And I just saw the guy make it in a regular Costa cup, and the guy that was serving me said it's a reusable one. So he just poured it into my cup and threw the other cup away. How often is that happening? Obviously, I didn't intend to like catch them out in anything, but I technically got that on film. I don't know, and I love that Costa, but I don't know. People try to make the right choices, and even then. So I am sitting in my car because I'm recording an episode of the podcast. So we went from my last vlog where I was like, so I'm thinking of doing a podcast in January, trying to kind of like brainstorm names and stuff, to I am 3 episodes in and I am so excited about this. It's going to be awesome. The general vibe is I'm calling it a collaborative opinions podcast. So I put my podcast voice on there, but also I've got a cold and I've decided to start recording it while I've got a cold, so I'm having like my Phoebe sexy voice going on. But I've got different topics that have been suggested by Instagram people, and then people are then sending me in voice notes. So I'm including loads and loads of people's answers and voices on the podcast, and then I will call someone and we'll talk about it. It's a really cool idea. I'm really happy with it. The format is really fun. And today I am calling Fiona Thomas, who wrote the book Depression in the Digital Age. And we are going to talk about anxiety and how social media has an impact and how we can hopefully kind of get around that if you still want to use social media and be in the digital age, but you don't want to be anxious all the time. And I think it's going to be really fun. So this is my first proper interview. I've had Emma before, so we'll be talking to Emma most weeks, but we thought just to switch it up, some weeks I'll talk to other people who've got more knowledge on the subjects we're talking about, like this week. And so I'm a little bit nervous, but it's going to be great. Using Milo's car seat as a desk. Okay, I'm done. And now I'm panicking because the media file that I've just recorded that on is crashing. We'll see. Right, I'm going to pack all of this away and go home and hope for the best. It was such a good conversation as well, so fingers crossed it's all cool. By the way, the podcast is coming out in January. And it's called Calling All Friends. You can find it on Instagram at callingallfriends.pod. And now I need to go home. I'm wearing fluffy socks and boots. It's a hilarious combination. This is how I got home to Manny. He's cuddling Milo's teddy bear. How cute is this? Is this where you decided to have a little sleep? Hey? Yes. Okay, I'm home. I managed to get the clip back, which is great. And I've already had some Instagram voice notes for that episode. I'm really pumped about this now. Pumped. That's how down with the kids I am. It's just, I think I'm like, I now have the beginnings of 5 episodes and 2 or 3 of them are almost finished, which is awesome. Anyway, I promise it's not all about that. My face. Let's talk about my face now. My face has been flaking all over the place. And I think last week I told you that I'd used that makeup eraser and it made me all red and strange. And then the other day I tried to put some foundation on and it was that Lumen. I was like, I can never remember the name of this stuff. That Lumen, that like skincare foundation. And it was all strange. And I thought, oh, maybe I didn't let the primer set. I'll take it all off and start again. But it was like all here and up here, in fact, pretty much over my entire face. Little bits of flaking, like the very, very surface of my skin was just all flaking. And I think it all comes back to the makeup eraser. I think it really did a number on me. So I can't wear makeup right now. I can't wear any foundation because it just looks terrible. And my skin is super, super dry. So I've been using a hydrating mask overnight, and I've just realised I've got like a spot coming on my chin. So that's super annoying. But I'm about to do some skincare. So I thought I would show you the stuff that I'm using to try to help this situation. You know when you always have a bubble on your wrist and then it's just gone? I can't find any bubbles, and most of my hair clips have also broken. This one, I don't know how this is going to do very much at all. This is not great. I think I need to add that to my shopping list for the weekend. I've decided I'm going to go and buy myself some warm boots. It's payday on Friday. I'm going to go and buy myself some warm boots. Had a little shopping list, but I'm going to try and do no by December. I mentioned this in another video. Using the Pixie Glow Tonic. This is totally psychosomatic because I know I've told you guys the Ordinary one is just as good, but my skin is flaking all over the shop. And so if, on the off chance, this one is a little bit better, I'm using it because I've got it. However, it's probably not. And if I didn't have it, I would just use the Ordinary one that I've got already. Also, I don't know if you can see that, but I was moving things around. I've moved, I don't know if you can tell, I've moved the living room around slightly. The tree used to be over there. I was moving it yesterday. I was picking up the big thing that I have my light box in. It was really, really heavy, and stupidly, of course it was heavy, I didn't want to drop it, and I banged into this thing next to me here. I'll show you. Banged into this, and this picture of Milo was going to fall down, and so I caught it with my face, and right, you can kind of see it, right on my cheekbone. I said to Lee, this is not great, is it? I'm going to be bruised, and it really hurts. Even just like doing that, it's really tender. And I've stood there just for a second, holding this massive cabinet, and winced. Right, that's not ideal. And I have been using this Origins Drink Up Intensive Mask. This used to be my all-time favourite, like, hydrating mask. And I just stopped using it for ages, and when this happened, I thought, I know what I'm going to use. I remember when we used to go to Vegas more frequently than we do now. I would use this as my nightly moisturiser. I have oily skin. I think the problem is I'm breaking out now because my skin is not used to me like putting hydrating stuff on it. It's like playing up. But unfortunately, this is the problem I have right now, and I'd rather have some spots and get my skin back into good condition because I just need to kind of treat it a little bit nicer right now. But I used to use it as my nightly moisturiser when we went to Las Vegas, and it would just drink it up immediately. It's called the Drink Up Mask, but it would be like straight away. Before I was even asleep, my skin was dry because it's the desert, isn't it? So that's what I've been using. I think this is helping, possibly giving me spots because I'm using it too often, but my face is in crisis. And just like that, I'm back at school. I was just reading some comments on YouTube, and I keep meaning to address this and I completely forget in the vlogs. But yes, the theme song that you hear, Emma and I sang it. It was a composition that we borrowed from somewhere else that was royalty free, and we sang like our own variation over the top of it. And although I put it on social, I put it on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, I don't think I ever played you the trailer that we made. Emma did do an entire video like behind the scenes because it was hilarious. We had the use of a dance studio. It was absolutely the most insane thing we have ever done ever. It was very like, I think we should do this. Like Emma had been saying we should do a jingle, and I was like, this is going to be mega, mega embarrassing. But we decided we were going to do it, and then we needed some kind of video to go along with it. And what I'm going to show you in a second was supposed to be our intro, and it was, number one, too long, and number two, too cringe for me to post that every single time we posted a video. But I don't think I ever actually put it in a video. I think I intended to do it on one of the first Vlogmas Eve vlogs, and then I never did. And so, for those of you that haven't seen it elsewhere, for your viewing pleasure, here is our Vlogmas Eve trailer.
Well, I've got news for you, I know you're waiting. Vlogmas is right here. Well, I've got news for you, I know you're waiting. Vlogmas is right here. for it to reappear.
Like I said, Emma does have a, I don't like wearing hats. I feel so weird in them. A whole vlog of the behind the scenes. Do you know, I'm not even sure I've seen it. I feel like she posted that as her first Vlogmas Eve, and I was like, I can't see this. I can't watch this. I'm going to go home and watch it after I've got the kids. Because, you know, it was funny at the time. But you know when there's something that you do and you're like, it's funny. It was a really fun day and I'm really happy with it. However, I was, oh, there's people arguing outside school. They're always arguing outside school. It's all like traffic related. Yeah, however, it was kind of cringe, but hopefully you find it as entertaining as we did. But anyway, I just can't believe that I'd forgotten. So yeah, for those of you asking, it is Emma and I for our sins. Okay, I got home and Manny is usually here. I know this is a mess, but hey ho, it's the morning time. Manny's usually here in the blanket that he was sitting in with Milo this morning. He's down here on the floor. Now you may notice the dog, number one, that's Milo's dog, very cute, but also he's got his face in Milo's jacket. Milo left his jacket on the floor before he left. And Manny is like inhaling him. It's the cutest. It's like, my brother, miss my brother. Anyway, it's the next morning now. Superdrug sent me a big bag of Christmas gifts. I'm just deciding how I'm gonna go about showing you all this stuff. It's gonna be in a vlog or a separate video. But the idea is that it's going to be for my 100k giveaway. And this is one of those things, I've said it before, I'm big into like manifesting. I say big into, I believe in it, but I've still got that like element of, what's the word, cynic in me, where I'm like, oh, is it just complete bollocks though? I mean, I don't think it can hurt to say out loud. No, that's not true. I do think it can hurt to say out loud. I don't think it can hurt to hope and believe in something and think positively and, you know, wish things into existence. However, I'm also like a prepare for the worst kind of person and don't say out loud what you want because it won't happen. You know, like you don't tell people what your wish is for because then it won't come true. But because I've been practicing this whole manifestation thing, which if you don't know, I mean, you don't, this is like woo-woo, but the idea is that you put in an order with the universe. Just can't take it very seriously. But things have happened to me. I did a video at the beginning of this year called The Law of Attraction. And there have been examples of things that have happened. I'll give you one because it's always like a fun example to explain. And it's one that I think is just too crazy, but it's not important. So I went to the Taco Bell launch day in Doncaster. So in the French Gate Centre, we had a big Taco Bell. I was like, oh, I'm going to go on launch day. Then I found out that they were giving away t-shirts and I was like, right, now I have to go. I went straight after school. It was a Friday morning, straight after the school run, parked up. I was considering maybe going to a different shop first because it didn't open till 10 o'clock. But I was like, no, I'll go just to make sure that I'm one of the first 100 people. There were a lot of people there. I was by far the oldest and the only person that was there by myself. But I was sat there, I was like, Instagram, it's on my stories, Instagram storying, I've done like a highlight of it. And I was just like killing time. I was there for probably like an hour in this queue, people taking pictures and all that stuff. And I'd said to Lee the night before, because they were numbered, these t-shirts, and at the time I was 32, soon to be 34. And I said to Lee, I really want either an 86, which is when I was born, or a 32, which is how old I was. But I was like, I really, really want a 32 because it would be like a commemorative thing. But I would have taken an 86 if I could get it. So I was in the queue and I was thinking, you know, I wonder if someone would swap with me. Like if I see someone that's got the 32, I wonder if someone would swap with me. I'm not talking to anyone around me. I'm just kind of very insular and thinking maybe I need to make friends with someone. I heard someone talking towards the front of the queue, counting them up, and then it was kind of like traveling down and people were trying to work out what number they were getting. People in front of me were getting like the 20s somewhere, and I was trying to think, you know, maybe it's going to be behind me. I was basically working out who I needed to befriend to ask them nicely to swap their t-shirt with me. Anyway, I get to the front of the queue and I was given the 32 t-shirt. And the weirdest thing is they gave the 31 out and then they just disappeared and the 32 t-shirt was just there on the table and I was looking at it like, this is bizarre anyway. I'm going to get this t-shirt. and then they disappeared. So I was like, but am I? Is there a spanner in the works? I know this is like of no consequence, but it was like somehow important to me. Anyway, I got this 32 t-shirt. I placed my order and I couldn't sit. I had like a weird reaction to the whole thing. I know, even as I'm saying it, I'm like, this sounds ridiculous, but I did. And I walked out of the Taco Bell and I went and sat on this bench, and I felt like I was glowing. I felt like something has just happened. None of these people know the significance of this thing that's just happened. And in that moment, I'd been kind of dabbling with believing in the law of attraction, and if you ask for something, it will come to you. And in that moment, it's just something kind of flipped, and I was like, this is insane. Like, my life story is going to be based on this. What did I say I was going to say? What did I say I was going to call it? It was something like how a t-shirt changed my life. That's what I was going to call my memoir, because I thought from now on, things are just going to come to me. Now, you know, they didn't entirely, because I didn't really stick to the practicing mindfulness and the law of attraction stuff that I said I was going to. But various things happened. I did talk about that in that law of attraction video. And to go back to originally what I was saying, I'm teetering closer to 100,000 on YouTube, which again, of no consequence in the real world. But I've been doing this for nearly 10 years, and it's going to mean so much if I actually hit that number. Because for so long, I think it was about 4 years ago that I hit 90,000. Like, it just didn't, like, there's so many people that have said to me, oh, you're getting really close. And I'm like, you don't understand. It means nothing. Like, it means absolutely nothing to be a certain number, because all of a sudden it could just stop. Any growth could stop. You could just stop at that number forever. And so I have really avoided saying, this is what I want. I have no control over it. And I think I'm definitely of the school of thought that don't tell people your wishes, because then they won't come true. But if you believe in the law of attraction, then you have to say out loud what you want. And so, back to the Superdrug of it all. They sent me, I was talking to someone at Superdrug, and I said that I was like getting closer, and they offered to send some prizes, some like giveaway things for when I hit 100K. And they're all Christmas related, and I am deciding now whether or not I want to make a video of like, this is kind of like a gift guide, because they're all Christmas gifts. And then as and when I hit 100K, I will then draw a winner, and they will win all of them. That's kind of what I'm toying with right now. Or if I want to wait until I hit 100K, but that might not be before Christmas, it might not be relevant anymore. It's just the thing of like, if you put it out there, it's really embarrassing if it doesn't happen. That's part of it. But yeah, that's my ramble for today. I have created quite a mess today. Just finished some leftover pie from yesterday while I was editing, and I've got so much done. I filmed like 4 videos. I'm really excited about filming. I just get like a bug sometimes. Like over the past couple of weeks, I've been so focused. I really, really, really want to do this podcast thing, and so I've been using that excited energy to try and be as productive as possible. And so whenever I kind of feel like I've got that vibe, I try and make the most of it. And today that was videos, so there's going to be extra videos. And I am like, I've done a little plan. I think I can do every day in December. I just need to know if you guys would be interested. And if you have stuck it out to the end of this video, it must be 20 minutes long, then you are the people to tell me whether or not you are prepared to watch a video every day in December. But that's going to be it for this vlog. Oh, I'm finally wearing makeup as well for the first time in this video. I feel like I've got some fallout from this eyeshadow. Watch this space, this will be a video soon. But yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Well, I've got news for you, I know you're waiting. Vlogmas is right here. Hold on, it's time for it to reappear.